Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Delta Fire and Rescue presents the Delta Haunted House at 109 North Center Street in Delta. Admission is just $10 per person. The Delta Haunted House is open each Friday and Saturday throughout October and on Halloween night from 8 to 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase, and now accepting cash and most major credit cards. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Delta Haunted House, Fridays and Saturdays in October and on Halloween night. The 2024 Hunter's Breakfast, provided by Watch Your Fire and Rescue, is this Saturday, October 26th, at the Watch Your Fire Station from 7 to 11 a.m. They'll have sausage, bacon, eggs, pancakes, biscuits, and gravy, and carry-out is available. Everyone is welcome, and a free will donation will be accepted. For the 2024 Watch Your Fire and Rescue Hunter's Breakfast this Saturday morning from 7 to 11 a.m. at the Watch Your Fire Station. The City of Sigourney will be accepting bids for the removal of snow. All sealed bids must be received by 4 p.m. on Monday, November 4th at the City Clerk's office at 100 North Main in Sigourney. Interested parties will be responsible for snow and ice removal from the sidewalks listed on the screen, as well as all the steps into the Memorial Hall. The snow and ice must be removed in a timely manner and according to the City Code of Ordinances. The successful bidder will be responsible to purchase ice melt and provide any equipment used. You may review a copy of the contract by contacting the City Clerk at City Hall. The Albia After Prom Haunted House is open Friday and Saturday nights in October from 8 to 11 p.m. Admission is just $10. Free parking at the Monroe County Fairgrounds in Albia. It's the Albia After Prom Haunted House. Fridays and Saturdays in October from 8 to 11 p.m.
We hope to see you there.
It's common to let cattle graze on corn residue after harvest. If you also put down fertilizer, be aware of animal safety on Successful Farming Radio.
Successful Farming Radio, providing information farmers need in the field, in the shop, and in the office. Committed to growing your business in agriculture.
Welcome to the soothing sounds of cropland seed. It's the kind of sound you only get with broad access to high-performing genetics and traits, and years of data from extensive testing. Also, retailers can recommend what will work best in your fields. Take some stress out of your season. Talk to your local retail seed expert about cropland seed today.
Get the latest ag news, markets, weather, and more when you sign up for today's news from Successful Farming. Register at agriculture.com/newsletter for today's news, the free Successful Farming e-newsletter. Once a day, you'll get an email packed with relevant news hitting the ag industry online and around the nation, along with the 3 big things happening today. Visit agriculture.com/newsletter to subscribe to today's news from Successful Farming.
After harvest is done, some cattle owners will let the herd graze on the cornstalk residue. They convert the residue to manure, leaving carbon and nutrients in the soil, which then benefits the crops. However, if you apply fertilizer over the field after harvest and have a spill, there is a toxicity risk for the animals. Brad Schick is a beef systems extension educator at the University of Nebraska. He says the fertilizer itself isn't harmful, it's the concentration to be concerned with.
We look at something like sulfur, they can have 0.5% in their diet and be fine. We also have things like phosphorus. The tolerable level for them is like 1% in the diet. When we're talking about zinc, we're talking about 1,000 milligrams per kilogram. So a lot of these are very high. The animals would actually have to consume.
The safest approach for grazing corn stalks is to graze before fertilization application or wait until after a rain so it can percolate into the ground. He says calculations can tell you if what was applied would pose a risk.
I would say that you need to see how much was actually applied. We're obviously put on a certain rate based off likely grid sampling, so we'll know what the rate is. You can calculate what the expected even consumption of forage is based off the body weight of that animal.
Water has minerals in it, so there is the potential for these same compounds to be in the animal's drinking water. Schick says you should also factor this into your calculations. I'm Jody Henke. Learn more about grazing corn stalks at agriculture.com.